Welcome to USEDSURF. I'm Eddie. I'm with FCS. Also, John.
Nice to meet you
We
guys.
have Yuji, who's in marketing. Brent is our local sales rep. And Kolohe Andino is here with us.
Hey guys, hey, how are you?
Hey guys, I'm Yuji. I work in marketing. Kolohe doesn't need much of an introduction. What's that?
I know most everyone here.
Yeah, perfect. Well, even better. I work with the team over at FCS. Had the privilege to do that the past 5 years or so. From guys like Kolohe down to your local Grom like Moses Hennings or Zion Walla. You guys probably see those kids out in the lineup. So I see from the top to the little kids coming up. Bam just came out from the US champs. 90% of the kids there were on the Kolohe fin. I just came from the Grom search today in Huntington. Still the same. Kolohe's fin through and through. If you're that upcoming surfer, we saw so many Kolohe fins still on the board. Bam and I were on the beach today, still laughing about it. Like Kolohe's fin seems to get through the test of time. You know, it's a proven template. And to even further that point, there's not very many fins that we make from the Grom size all the way up to large. We all know the AM template. Again, another famous template that everyone trusts. That we do extra small through large. Same thing with the performer template. Kolohe is the only athlete template that has the same. Okay, so I think that speaks volume. A couple things I wanted to kind of touch on with Kolohe was obviously his competitive career, his success and longevity. I think you were on the FCS system throughout your whole CT career, or was it most of it?
I think it was the whole time.
Whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, if you didn't trust the system, you would have walked away.
Yeah.
Right? Like, can you kind of tell us a little bit about
For
that?
sure. Kind of a long time ago now.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was younger, I was like one of the last guys to go from fixed fins to like a fin system. I used to travel with these like huge hard cases that would like only fit 4 boards. I was like a guy that just didn't care, like whatever was going to work the best was what I was going to ride. And then actually Richie hounded me for a long time. Yeah, making the switch. I forget what fin I was using in the very beginning. It was like a honeycomb one back in the day, and then got my own fin, which was cool. I was such a Grom. I like had nothing to do with design or anything. I would think it was more of like a rip off of the glass-ons that I was using at the time. And yeah, so I was stoked on that. And I was riding Astrodex for a really long time, and Richie hounded me on that for like 2 or 3 years. So I think the beginning of my CT career, I was on FCS fins, and then I was on Astrodex pads, and then I got my pad a couple of years after being on tour.
I work with the team, and how I explain to the team of how to kind of dial in their fins is they're so personal, right? Everyone's got their opinion of what the best fin is. What's the best for Kolohe could be different for me. Again, like there seems to be this consistency with the Kolohe fin, right? Some of the main key feature that stands out to me is that kind of tapered tip. People refer to it as twang or a pop or that flex in the tip.
Yeah.
You know, fins are very personal. Mick Fanning's fin's also known to be the best fin. A lot of subjective opinions. But some people, they go, that thing doesn't work for me because it's so stiff, right? So what is it about that flex that you enjoy?
I think mostly like surfing's so complex, you know, there's like mood and waves and boards and fins and just like you might not even get a wave, like whatever. I just always like gravitated towards flatter rocker, and that was just the way I grew up. My dad being like a 80s, 90s pro, like was just flat rocker, and that was like the thing. So that's how I grew up. So having a fin that really loosened up the board was super important. So, you know, we were talking about this before, like I surf every day no matter what. So generally speaking, the waves are pretty bad around here. And even when it's good, it's like a flatter face type of wave versus like a Australia that's just always cuppy no matter what. So yeah, it just suited my style and how I grew up surfing and the waves I was in mostly.
Yeah. But to kind of counter that, but also supplement it, the other people to this day who use your fin, people like Betty Lou, Jackson Bunch, those guys in Hawaii who surf heavy waters, their go-to fin's your fin as well. So it's not just a soft beach break like Betty Lou surfing double overhead, Haliva day to day, trusting your fin. The list of people, just San Clemente people that on the program, I know Crosby made it on tour on your fin and then later switched up his boards. And I asked him why he switched off your fin. And it was because he changed his boards.
Yeah.
His boards got a lot more rocker. So he just wanted a bit more rake. He started to fine tune his equipment. Taj Lindblad, Cannon Carr just ordered a set of your fins. Lucas Ostin. Like you guys probably see all these kids in the water all the time. Surf super good.
Yeah, it's a big compliment for sure. sure.
Yeah, I mean, I see it on the back end. You probably don't realize how many of these guys
Yeah,
actually use
I'm
your
not really
fin.
like into the scientific stuff. But like during COVID, I wrote a bunch of different boards and a bunch of different fins actually. And there was a couple other ones that I liked, but I just always went back to my fin, kind of no matter how the waves are. Unless I'm riding like a twin fin, which I love the MR fins.
Yep.
Like I said, like there's so many variables. Like just give me the board, I know it works with the fins, and
Yep.
go for it.
Awesome. He alluded to riding Astro decks for a while when he first jumped on. Then he developed a pad with us. A couple unique things about Kolohe's pad. There's no arch. It's a flat pad. I believe the only flat signature pad within the FCS range. And also, I don't know if many people realize it, it's shaved off here in the kick. It's got a really unique tail kick here. So I just wanted to ask you why on both.
Well, I have like a generally like a pretty flat foot, which is good, which I would never have to go to the army, serve. This is actually because, especially when I was younger, I used to put my foot directly on top of that. And I surfed there like almost 100% of the time on the wave. But then when I would do my airs, I would actually get my toes in the middle of that and kind of like lift up. And I still do that to this day when I do airs. So yeah, it was actually just for that reason to like kind of just sink my toes in between those grooves and really get that pop or lift. So
a little extra grip off the edge.
Yeah, try to monkey foot it.
That's epic.
So yeah, it was functional for me. And I was surprised no one ever like stole it because I really love that you guys did that for me.
Yeah, it's unique. I haven't seen it anywhere else. I think it's commonly overlooked, so it's cool to hear why you designed it that way.
Yeah, I designed that way more than I designed the fin.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this thing works great. Let's do it. Yeah.
The bigger conditions at Pike, when you're surfing bigger waves. Any issues with trust with respect to the strength of the system? Or
No. I mean, I generally think like FCS versus Future. I always liked. I feel like the Future, the box is so big. I always felt like it was like a stiffer surfer, like a bigger, heavy water kind of surfer. Even when the waves are big, you still want to get that speed up into the barrel at Pipe or anything. So having that, the same as surfing a small wave, having that speed right off the go is like really important. I've tried Futures a couple of times. They just feel like kind of more boggy, I guess. But then John uses them, but maybe it's just him. Yeah.
I was just curious what goes into designing a fin. I mean, I've ridden this fin since I was a little kid. It works really good. I'm just like so curious, like the research and development that goes into it and all the different boards you kind of.
I actually have no idea. Like I said, I think it was like a straight rip off from like an old Sore fin that I used to use, and and it was like, let's do this. I like the neon colors in it. I don't like pastels.
I was gonna say I like the colors of the fin.
So that's
Just to kind of answer your question too, and it's just been so long since this fin came out, right?
Yeah.
I kind of see it with the recent fins of guys going through R&D. We just went through it with Mason, and it was a 2-year process. They just like what they like, and they can't really understand why. And we have engineers in-house who understand the science behind these fins and hydrodynamics and the foils and creating lift and all those things, right? As far as our experience with working with the surfers on really nailing what's going to give them that performance that they're looking for, it's understanding the feedback. They're like, hey, it's too sticky, or they put it very simply, and our engineers know how to tweak, whether it's widening the base, more rake, less rake, more tip, more groove in the foil, all those things, and even flex patterns, back to Kolohe's being very tapered and having that pop in the tip. Yeah, we try to take the feedback. I'm bogging. It's like too tracky, right? It's such surfer terms because our engineers in-house understand fins, understand surfing. They're able to take it's too tracky and actually articulate it into design.
Luckily for us with Kolohe, he came off of glass-ons. All our fins start with a fiberglass. Just because it's a panel, we cut it. So our first goal is the template. We create the template, and then we give him to him in a fiberglass manner, just like
Performance glass?
one of these.
Okay.
So once we get the template design there, then we start messing around with the flex. So depending on the feedback that Kolohe gives us, we can change the flex of the fin just by the fibers, just the cloth, just the fiberglass. And then we can add different meat inside of there. Basically, so we can go from like a matte core or an air core that we designed to stiffen up the fin. Always start with a fiberglass just because we're just trying to design the template, get the feedback, like it surfs well. Now we start tweaking the flex on it.
And it's funny, I never realized this, but John actually said this to me. He said, your board's shaped for a fin because your fin doesn't change. Like the only time I didn't like my fin as much is when my boards got a little bit rockery, and then I messed with like a mic, and I had like a accelerator, I think.
Yeah,
that was the one that I liked a little bit. it, but I always just, no, it's just simple mayhem, my fin. Yeah. And it's funny, my fin hasn't changed for,
Since you got it.
yeah, was it 15 years or something? I'm
Again,
going to date
it's-
myself. Older than you guys.
That's the time. It's still a lot of people's favorite.
You said you like took a lot of time designing the stomp pad and a little bit of the fins. Does the X on the stomp pad, the lines on the fins, have anything to do like as the design?
No, I didn't do that.
Oh, okay.
I didn't care about that. Yeah. But I do like the black and white one more than the black and blue.
You mentioned that this fin works really well with a board with less rocker.
Yeah.
I don't know who wants to answer it, but why would this one be better with one without as much rocker and a different one be better with one with more rocker?
If we're going to give you guys general guidelines, and again, the feeling you're looking for in a surfboard's so different. My technique of bottom turning is obviously different than Kolohe's, different than yours, right? And what we're looking to feel off the bottom or off the top are completely different, and what feels good is different. But the easy guideline is more flat rockered boards. You need a more upright fin to help you pivot. So then the more rockered out a board is, the board curves are going to help you pivot. So you need the fin to be raked out to sit it down and hold. So you're kind of counteracting. It's a yin yang, right? You got to balance it out. If you have too rockered of a board and an upright fin, you're going to feel squirrely because the fin's designed to pivot, and so is the curve of the board. And then same thing, if you have a flat board and a raked out fin, it might just track too much and you feel like you're drawing too wide of turns and you can't get up there because the fin's designed to go wide, and so is the board. So that's like an easy guideline.
I was just gonna ask, like, so based on that, are you riding kind of the same board often?
Yeah,
I
I
mean, like,
ride
have
the-
you zeroed in on at
I
this
had the same
point
board. Like all the way to 610, like the same rocker. almost.
same rocker?
Yeah, I was chasing my tail on tour forever, like just those Felipe, all those guys. Just like obsessed with how he surfs. So I was trying some rocker for a little bit, and I just kept going like this and this and this.
Yeah.
Ultimately, like since I was 7 years old, I rode flatter rocker boards. So I'd always just go back to those and they just felt a lot better. But sometimes when you get to J-Bay or different places, you feel like, oh, maybe like my board's too flat. It's kind of breaking and, you know, it's like pushing me straight. And like the judges want you to surf like this too, which is not traditional surfing. I was like how I grew up to surf like this.
Yeah.
Now I'm off tour and I can ride whatever I
You can
want.
ride.
And actually Matt's boards for a while like got super bendy because of like Yago and Griffin and all these guys.
Yeah.
And then he's like unbended them or went back in time a little bit with that new one called the Speed
The
Demon.
Speed Demon, yeah.
Yeah, that's all I ride.
Yeah. That's all you ride, really?
That's all I ride, yeah.
That's funny. Matt made me one forever ago, and I loved it.
Well, I don't think it's the same as that one. That was originally like one of my dad's boards. He brought back the name to like this 90s thing that everyone's into, like this kid back here. You know, just to like rehype it. But it's actually off of the Shane Horan board.
Oh, crazy.
That laser zapper.
Yeah, the laser zap, yeah.
Because I rode it and I was like, dude, I could just stand there and like I could just get so much speed and I could like choose what maneuver I want to do instead of the board choosing the maneuver for me. And he was like, okay, let's make like a shortboard model of it. And he tried like 3 times and it was on. So
wow, that's cool.
then he made the model.
But overall, you pretty much ride the same thing day in and day out.
Yeah, no, I just ride. That's all I ride.
Yeah,
yeah. I got
that's
like
cool.
a epoxy 510 all the way to 610.
It looks like you're coaching now around town.
Yeah,
Right? Give us a quick 30
I'm
seconds
too
on that.
expensive. I haven't gotten hired very much.
Well, if there's anyone interested,
Sick. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.